Okay, everybody, just gonna get rid of my face. That'll be good for everybody. So, using Soccer Profile, doing these diagrams. I love these things. But just to reiterate some of the things we did in training, and apologize if there's a little noise in the background. My kids are playing, which is a good thing. So, for a short corner routine, so here's the setup. We are going to try and play short corners whenever we can. It's a decent opportunity to find a way to have a shot on goal, and we're often quite successful. Even if it's not necessarily a shot on goal, it's usually a better angle to get the ball into the box for us. So some things to think about. So here's our typical setup. What we want to do is, again, on this side, so the right-hand side of the goal as we look, we would want a lefty involved in this, right? And on the other side, we'd want a righty involved. As long as we've got that, we'll be okay. So the way that this works, and we've done this in training lots and lots of times, is we are going to try and do this as long as they've only sent 0 players or 1 player. If they send 2, if someone else comes out to defend this, we're not going to do it. We're going to actually work. We'll go with the long corner. But if they sent 1, that's important. So before we even start, we just want to make sure that we get over there as fast as we can. So let's say the ball's gone out of bounds. These 2 players are going to pick up the ball in case we miscontrol it or lose it on a dribble, trying to get there. Or you just don't want any mistakes. Just pick the ball up, put the ball down. Okay, and at that point there, we want these 2 players really close to each other. Okay, the person that ends up shooting starts on this side of the ball. So this would be the lefty in this case. Before we even start now, we're just going to make sure this space is wide open. Right? We don't want any players in this space because they'll get marked, and that's eventually where we want to end up. So we want to make sure that these players are out the way and in the box. Okay. Now then, here's the thing. So the player that ends up shooting starts. The person that shoots will start. They'll touch the ball outside the little quadrant. This player now will carry the ball towards this player. All right, I can't make them move at the same time, but you get the idea. And as that's happened, this person's overlapped around the outside. Now, the wider this arc, the better. Obviously, you won't run all the way down here. That'd be silly. But if this arc, and I'll make this person face the right way, you get the better idea of it. If this arc is very small, this person will definitely need 2 touches to receive a ball that close to organize themselves to shoot. So we want to make sure that the arc is big enough that we get to this position here. And at that point there, this ball needs to be played across to this person. Oops. This ball needs to be played across to this person to allow this person to hit it first time. Again, this is where this person has to be a lefty. Okay. Now, lots of players don't get their body turned or their hips turned properly. If you don't do that, then you end up trying to hit this ball, and you end up with the ball, shanking out of bounds that way to the left. So just make sure you get your hips turned and you're facing the ball as best as you can, and then you're just shooting. That's all it is. A very, very dangerous situation for the other team. All right. So that's the short corner. So from this side, ball's gone out of bounds. Player 1 runs over whoever they are. Run over, pick up that ball, bring it over to the corner. Person here starts with it. This person here would now be right-footed. Okay, we're having a look, and it looks like they haven't sent any defenders, primarily because they're all faced the wrong way still. But anyway, you get the idea. But this person would tap the ball off again, so the ball's out the quadrant. This person now has the ability, I just turn this guy around, has the ability, they've sent nobody, to run into this space just here. And from there, do what you think's best. Maybe you can squeeze a shot in, maybe it's a cutback, but again, a very dangerous situation. In all likelihood, they would have sent at least 1 player. One other thing to quickly mention I forgot is don't try and take this short corner. If this player stood there, which they will, make sure you get 10 yards. And it's amazing, you'll ask for 10 yards, there'll be a delay to the quick short corner, and teams still won't send another player over. So we've got a natural 2v1 on this side. Wait for them to get away, tap of the ball, this person dribbles, let's take the ball with them, this person gets around, let's make them face the right way, there we go, ball in front, to allow them to hit the ball first time. All right, there's the short corner routine. If we just have a quick look here, wide arc, ball in front, other players stay out the space, lefty from the right, righty from the left. Don't do it if they send 2 defenders. So we've covered all those parts there, and these players at this point are just ready for rebounds, ready for something great to happen. All right, so let's say they send 2. Okay, so here we are in white this time, and we're back on this side. Okay, so let's say they send 2. So now we call this off. We call Parker. Now we call this off. Sorry about that. We're now no longer going to play the short because the 2v2 is not great odds, for us to deliver the ball in the box when we can have a free cross into the box from a direct corner kick. So this person can just leave the scene and start to head into a position that's useful. Okay, so if we run all the way in there quickly, this person follows, right? But if we kind of go in there slowly, this person won't follow. This person won't go in there. And the reason why we don't want to do that is it's taken 2 defenders out of the box. Okay, if we set up with 1 player to start with, they mightn't even put a player just here at all. And now that there's another 2 defenders in the box, but even trying a short corner just allows us to bring out 2 defenders. Now this person can still be useful if they just, as this ball gets delivered, just creep into this space just here, because you never know, right? Again, this person, if I can make them, let me just move them a little bit. This person could be useful in this spot just here. So find a way to get in there at the right time once the ball's been delivered, and you never know, drop down, ricochet. So we worked on this in training too. So 1 hand from this player, the ball's going to hit this near post area. 2 hands, it's going to hit the far post area. All right. And that obviously comes down to this person's technical ability and practice. All right. Now, the way we set up the runs, this person here is just going to hang out. They're not going to get involved in the box, just kind of block things in. I think it leaves only a couple of defenders anyway. So this person just wants to stay here and stop any counterattacks. I'm going to line up with 3 there. We have a near post person that gets inside the goal. Okay, then just starts in there, not on the post, not outside the goal, but in the frame of the goal. And then we have what we call the Lineker run. And I told you about Gary Lineker and how he was really good at this. But he's this player, Gary Lineker did, he went in here, but this player comes in here near the goalkeeper, not to interfere with the goalkeeper, not to get in the way of the goalkeeper, to do something else. Both of these players, as this ball now goes into the box, are going to do this. They're going to start to move away from the goal. It's amazing how these players don't get marked when you move away from the goal. This space right now for any forward is really, really great. It's a really dangerous spot. Later in the year, maybe we get into this person coming in here and flicking the ball on. Brentford scored a goal a little bit like that yesterday. This player, same thing. Just back away from the goal and just wait. At that point there, the ball has been delivered. Now, if we look at these 3 remaining players, this one, remember, is going to be a person that just stays back. It's a 2 and a 1. So if it's 1 hand and the ball goes near post, we're just going to have 2 players gravitate towards a near post area, right? And 1 to the far post area, that angle there. All right. If it's a far post delivery, we would have these players go 2 and 1 again. Oh, sorry, I messed up my cursors here. So we'd end up with 2 at the far post and 1 at the near post. And we still have that 1 at the near post just in case this delivery is under hit. What we're doing is we're trying to find a way to have 2 players in an area of the goal that we're hoping to land the ball. And that's really it. They attack the ball. Now, here's what can happen. Ball in the box, obviously delivery is important. This could be a shot, could be a save for the goalkeeper, tap in for that person, right? Could be this person heads it, hits the crossbar down there, tap in for one of these people. It could also be that this is probably a near post corner. If the delivery is really good, this ball can get fizzed right into that space there. And this person, all they've done is just come from the goal line, turned around, faced the goal. Really dangerous as long as the delivery is really good. So there we go. So there's the corner kick. 3 runners, a 2 and a 1. When this person signals near post with a 1 hand or far post with 2 hands, we're not going to rush that corner kick because the 3 in the middle just need to organize who's going far and who's going near. And they'll simply go 2 and 1. All right. So again, short corner if we can. All right. That's on this diagram. Short corner if we can. If we can't, this person can start to walk away from the scene, but don't encourage this player to put you in, to take them into the box because they're going to get in the way. Near post runner inside the goal, Gary Lineker run or goalkeeper run, whatever you want to call it. As the ball comes in, that point there, that person is just going to dart away. This person's going to dart away, and now we've got opportunities for them to face the goal and score. So that's the short corner into the long corner routine. We've done it in training, and we'll practice this more as we go in the season. And I hope that helps. Sorry for the long video, but these things are important, and there's more. So cheers. Thank you.